Ladies and gentlemen, Joyce Anderson.
Oh, are you there? I need to get like at least one little hello from somebody. Let me know if someone says they're there. Someone there?
Someone's
Typing?
I'm excited to attend it.
Are they on? Do they see me? I always need to know. You can see me, Harv?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay.
Oh, Jan Walker, yes, we're here. There's people there. All right.
Yeah, all right. Good. Welcome. My name is Joyce Anderson, and I am for peace. I am for peace. Say it with me, if you would like. I am for peace. Welcome. I'm going to start with a little passage from Psalm 120. Long enough have I been dwelling with those who hate peace. I am for peace. But when I speak, they are for fighting. Julia Ward Howe in 1872 wrote what is now called the Mother's Day Proclamation. It didn't take, the modern Mother's Day is an unrelated celebration, but it is inspiration for me, nonetheless, to lift up peace every Mother's Day. This is my third Mother's Day weekend that I've done something for peace, singing for peace. I also, before I forget, I want to mention that I just found out about a Mother's Day Walk for Peace. Mother's Day Walk number 4 forpeace.org, and they raise money for people dealing with violent deaths, and that walk is in its 24th year. Of course, it's going to be online this year, and that's out of Boston. So Mother's Day Walk for Peace.org. I am supposed to be in the Community Church of Durham, which is very dear to my heart. I'm very grateful to be in this beautiful studio in my home. I grew up in Durham, and the Community Church of Durham is where I learned that God is love. That has stuck with me. I haven't come up with a better explanation yet, and I am searching. I was confirmed there. I was married there to my beloved Harvey Reid, who's in the room and going to join me later. And he is the father of my 2 children. He has made me a mother. They are 11 and 14, Levi and Otto. And I would also like to lift up Mary Westfall, who I know is out there, and she married us. It was adorable when she told everyone in the sanctuary to take a deep breath, and she said, "Harvey, take 2." I hear a little feedback, Harvey. Don't know what that is. And Mary Westfall was also there for my mother's death. Does this need to be turned down? I don't think that's it. She came into the room and sang as my mother took her last breath. And I'm so grateful for Mary Westfall, the former pastor of the Community Church of Durham. Durham, New Hampshire. Otto was 7 months old when I lost my mother, so I'm missing her a lot this weekend and always. And the current pastor, such a warm, beautiful man, Pastor Dave Grishaw Jones. I wanted you to be here and do a prayer for us. I'm so glad to know you, and I've enjoyed some of your prayers on Facebook Live. Sorry, getting some of this bookkeeping out of the way because I get distracted and I don't have anyone else to do it here. So I want to thank up front Maggie Fogarty and Jenna Schonwald and Arnie Alpert for helping to get the word out and about this show. And I'm so grateful to be working to raise funds for Arnie Alpert's Action Fund today. And there's a link in the description below this video. AFSC, the American Friends Service Committee, afsc.org/AAA Fund. That's where you can donate, and we'll talk more about that later. So I want to, since Pastor Dave couldn't be here to do the prayer for me, I'm going to, I found a beautiful thing that he said in his newsletter, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me repeating it. It was this week. Each of you is a gift God offers to the world. Your light shines in ways only you can. So tend that fire, cultivate your spirit and health, and know that you are loved beyond measure. And thank you, Dave, for shining your light so brightly. I'm going to just mute this, Harv. So I'm going to do 12, 14, I'm not sure, a little pile of songs for you tonight. I would like to start out with just kind of bring the love into the room and into whatever room you're into. With a song that you will recognize. It's kind of an improvisation on a song. And I just like to, wherever you draw your love from, draw it in. And let's get grounded in this moment together. It's one I call Get Your Kumbayayas Out. That might be a little hint. Sing the words you want to sing. Someone's hurting, my Lord, come by here. Someone's hurting, my Lord, come by here. Someone's hurting, my Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Calling in the spirits. Thank you so much for joining me. I feel you out there. It's amazing, but I do. So much to think about. I'm celebrating mothers of all kinds. It's very limiting to just think of mothers that just give birth to their children. We're all mothers in some way, giving birth to our creations. And I'm also celebrating Arnie Alpert. He is retiring in June from being the program director at the American Friends Service Committee, New Hampshire chapter. And he's been involved in probably every, no exaggeration, peace and justice movement in New Hampshire in his 40 years, from no nukes to immigration and humane budget for New Hampshire. I know I'm forgetting things, but anyway, so there's a link, and you can donate there to help. They need about $100,000, and they're doing great, I think. And they want to just tide over the transition. Having such an incredible person leave is a big deal, so they need 5 years of kind of help. So that's that. And but Arnie has given me a lot of gifts, and one of them is a few of the songs that he recommended I learn. Oh, he didn't recommend I learn them; he asked for them, and I didn't know them that well. So I'm going to start with Wade in the Water. Your line is, God's gonna trouble the water, which most of you probably know. I didn't really understand that line, and I found out that Howard Thurman, the theologian and radical nonviolent person who shaped a generation of civil rights activists, he says, do not shrink from moving confidently into the choppy seas. Wade in the water, because God is in the turmoil. And I like what Arnie said, quoting Dr. King as well. I like, he says, the moral arc of the universe may be toward the side of justice, but we have to take action to move along the arc. So someone has to have the courage to step into the Red Sea, and then God parted the waters. I'd never thought of it that way before. So this is for you, Arnie, and everyone else. I hope you'll sing.
God's gonna trouble the water.
A band of angels coming after me. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble 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 the water. Great song, Arnie. Thanks for that. What do I have next? Oh, yeah. So I spend a lot of time finding songs that are flying by, and someone's got to catch them. And I didn't tune my guitar. I need a guitar tech. Harvey, could you add that to the list of 1,000 things that you do for me? Tune my guitars. Yeah. Well, let's see how we do here. So this is a song that cheers me up sometimes. It asks a question and my answer changes. Maybe it's in tune. Not quite? Well, I can tune.
What do you do with the blue whale?
What do you do with a blue whale? Folks, any answers over there? What do you do with a blue whale? I like this new thing where people can't yell out, but
Yeah, I'll type it in.
try to. Oh, I thought, this is an amazing group of people that if Maggie Fogarty and Arnie and Jenna and Pastor Dave and Pastor Mary have gotten you here, you must know all sorts of things that I don't know. I was thinking, if by seeing me play or hearing me talk, you think of any books you think I ought to read, just give me some good book recommendations or something. So this is one called Sweet Release, and I asked the question, what is it? What is it if you give it up? Sweet release. Seems we're part of some holy engine, invisible to the eye. Being born is an invitation to understand the reasons why the story our lives are telling. How can we know when we're living true? Fame and glory is what they're selling, but the wise ones love, it's what they do. There's a wise woman and I want to find her. She'll know what to do when I need a reminder. What is it we have to give her to find more peace? Something the whole world needs. I hear that love uproots the fear fear in any open heart. We're aware life is to share, and we try to find a way to do our part, find the connection to the holy engine. Start to understand the reasons why we see perfection, divine reflection shining through every sinner's eye. Oh, 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 oh. What is it? What is it? What is it if we give it up? 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 If we give it up, what is it if we give it up? What is it if we give it up? Sweet release, sweet release. Got any answers? Maybe the ego. Maybe if we give it up the ego, then we'll be all set. I'm going to do another request. Another Arnie request. That's a good sing-along. And it's kind of another one of asking us to lay down our burdens, our strange perceptions, our demons, our judgments. I think those are some of my burdens. I heard Marianne Williamson the other day say something about Gandhi talking about needing to kind of cleanse yourself before you can really do good peace work. I'm also a huge fan of this book, Peace Work by Henry Nouwen. And I love how he says that for you to say, when we say we are for peace, people can kind of think that you're somehow incompetent or simplistic or naive. And that seems unfair. So I'm practicing saying I am for peace the way I started this show, and I get to do this show at least once a year. I don't want to wear people out with me saying I'm for peace. But so this one, lay down our burdens. And also my favorite verse in this, Down by the Riverside. My favorite verse used to be, I want to shake hands with everyone. And it just doesn't resonate these days. Yeah, I want a social distance. So sing along. I'm just going to do a couple verses.
Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna walk and talk with Prince of Peace down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna walk and talk with Prince of Peace down by the riverside, study war no more. I ain't gonna study war, ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, no more. Ain't gonna study war, ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, study war no more. I ain't gonna study war, ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, no more. Ain't gonna study war, ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more.
Hope you were singing along with that one. So Harvey, I would love for you to come play this song with me. We were,
honored.
yes, Harvey Reid, my husband, father of my,
Not backlit though.
yeah, I didn't, it wasn't in the cards. Father of our two children, Otto, 14, and Levi, 11. So finding peace in quarantine and with teenagers and preteens is a good challenge. Harvey typed out the lyrics to this song when he was probably 16 years old. He has it in a notebook downstairs. And he was a big fan of this artist, Eric Anderson, who I'm sure many of you know of. He was came up through the Greenwich Village folk revival in the 60s and 70s. He was there. He was young, and he was kind of one of the first sensitive singer-songwriters. And he became a friend of ours. And so we asked him if we could, I've recorded this song. In fact, he once said to me, not to brag, but just to, he once said this was one of the best covers of anyone ever covering his songs. He loves it so much.
The Byrds did one of his songs.
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
know.
people have
Yeah,
jumped.
he
That
said
shows
that to me. He might have just been flattering me, but it's an incredible song. Settle in. It's got a few verses, and it's like a movie.
What's it called?
It's called For What Was Gained. I don't need this.
we grew up as one. The best of our lives, we made a vow to stick it out some way, somehow. How many times we talked the night away? How many plans we made to hit the road someday? How many things there was to see, there was to be. How many things when you're young and free. No, he never had much family. Little brother and him, and mama made three. There was a time, there once was four, but he can't talk about that no more. And then one day a letter came, and on that day I knew right there our roads had changed. Sunday morning, little brother ran up the front porch crying with a telegram. The contents read, it was on a hill. It was in action. A boy was killed. Mama shrunk and fell, said, God help me understand. And on her shoulder was little brother's hand. I'll be all right. Go on to your room, thinking to herself, he'll be 18 soon. To die so young in an unknown land, where the shame of blood is on no one's hands, and on whose heart will the guilt be bound? The one who sent him out, the one who shot him down. He was 18 and he had to die, and to this day, God knows I don't know why, to be so young paid such a cost for what was gained, for what was lost, for what was gained, for what was lost.
Thank you, Harvey. That was beautiful. I don't know if any of you have seen the PBS documentary on George W. Bush that's on TV. It's pretty heart-wrenching. I'm going to sing probably one of my best-known songs. I'm bringing that up because, well, I wrote this song on the eve of, what am I doing? On the eve of when we started bombing Iraq in 2003. The first time I sang it was with Mary Westfall and my mother at a vigil that Mary had at the Durham Community Church. The day I wrote it, we sang it. I want to send it out to George W. Bush. Sending people to war for dubious reasons and then finding out the reasons were even more dubious than they thought, and doubling down on your efforts.
W was doubling down.
Even W was doubling down.
On dubiousness.
Yeah. I really like what someone says in the documentary about, he's not the kind of guy that lies to his friends or, he's not a bad guy in that sense. I'm not a big liar, but he wasn't, he used much more eloquent words. He wasn't kind of disciplined enough to find the truth. And so when he was fed lies, he said them. Sorry, I'm just spacing out a little bit. Just bear with me. I know you worry about the people out there that I'm not slick enough.
Yeah,
They're
it's
hanging.
Okay, they're chilling out.
They're chilling
They
out.
got popcorn.
Yeah, they got popcorn, maybe a glass of wine, seltzer. I'm just recovering from the Eric Anderson song, to tell you the truth. I'm glad I made it through without crying. We usually get the crying out when we rehearse it. That's on my Peace trilogy, For What Was Gained, and so is this one on my Love and Thirst album. That's, if you're interested in streaming it or buying it. Anyway, okay, you're backbeat, and I gotta get my. You have enough room there? Here,
I won't be dancing.
Okay, let's do that. I'm so glad you're with me on this one. Thanks for showing up. I know you had a long way to come, all the way up to floor 3.
I'll never forget the night you wrote that song. You came in with that Jay Smith's old Martin guitar there, and you just still had the strings on it. That he still had some of his DNA on those strings.
Jay Smith was the man who founded the press room in New Hampshire.
I was flabbergasted.
It was.
It was a magnificent moment in my life.
Aww.
Be the first one to hear that song. You going, gee, is this any good? Is this a throwaway or a keeper? I said, I think it's a keeper. All right, sing it for him. Filled with love.
Filled with love. I hope you sing along out there. I know Mary Westfall's going to sing along.
Men of anger, men of war, my heart is filled with love. I do not know my neighbor's name. My heart is filled with love. I love that stranger just the same. My heart is filled with love. Hope is rising from this place. My heart is filled with love. Divine wisdom, amazing grace. My heart is filled with love. Hope is rising from this place. My heart is filled with love. Divine wisdom, amazing grace. My heart is filled with love. Men of anger, men of war, my heart is filled with love. Tell me, what are we fighting for? My heart is filled with love. Tell me, what are we fighting for? My heart is filled with love. 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 My heart is filled with love.
My heart is filled with your harmony on that song. Thank you so much.
It's a keeper.
That's beautiful. Whew, all right. So, what's next? I think, oh yeah, we were going to do, yeah. Well, I learned from Arnie, who attended last night's show. Harvey and I are streaming every Friday night at 8 p.m. on this same Bat channel. So just show up at 8 and on my YouTube channel and
Shows every week.
and listen anytime you want. I mean, there's shows galore. We've been doing it since April 10th. Our last gig was on March 10th out in the public, and it was a strange feeling. It was at the South Berwick Public
I
Library.
can play this with you.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll do that now. And a month later, it took us a month of shock to realize that
Wringing
public
our
gig-
teeth, gnashing
public
our
gigs
hands.
were over for who knows when they're gonna come back. So we started streaming. I've been making a lot of videos in this room for the last year, so you can explore my channel and find all sorts of things. I've been trying to document all the new songs I've been writing for the past few years, but it has been lonely coming up here into this place, and it's no longer lonely because you're with us. So we're really enjoying it. We feel you, and if you want to know what's going on, subscribe. If you have a Gmail, a Google account, you can hit the subscribe button. Our kids watch people with like millions of viewers, so it's my big goal is to get to 1,000 viewers. I'm definitely over 400, so that's like a big gift you can give to me, is to subscribe to my station, just so that my kids are impressed. That's one of the reasons. So Arnie told me that he loved this song last night, and it was actually a song from his days. I think it was 1977 when he was arrested, and with the what was the name of those? The clam. Oh no, Arnie, help!
Clamshell Alliance.
Clamshell Alliance. Harvey is my hard drive. The Clamshell Alliance. I love the word too. Affinity groups. So a bunch of affinity groups made the Clamshell Alliance, and they had a great sense of humor and fun and purpose, and this song was a big song in the movement. So send this out to Arnie and Charlie King.
Play a little bit of violin.
bright morning stars arising, bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising, day is breaking in my soul. And where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? They're down in the valley shouting, day is breaking in my soul. And where are our dear mothers? Oh, where are our dear mothers? They've gone up to heaven shouting, day is breaking in my soul. And how can I be lonely? My Lord is ever with me. His wondrous love surrounds me. Day is breaking in my soul. Bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising, day is breaking in my soul.
Day is a breaking in my soul. We recorded that on our Song Train album. This is the ad portion of the evening. We are sponsored by our own products. This is the Song Train. For any of you, and I know a lot of you sing and play music, this is a labor of love that Harvey and I made.
Resource, right?
And it's a resource for songs that are easy to play with other people if you get in jam sessions. And just simple songs, but really tried and true, real good songs. 2 chords or less. And there's 4 CDs, or coasters if you don't have a CD player. And then the book Has beautiful pictures, downloaded public domain pictures that Harvey worked hours to find each one, and beautiful writing by Harvey, and I helped a little. But he's a great researcher, and so every song is, you feel the love behind the songs, and
Well, should beginners who are just learning music have to play dumb songs,
No.
bad songs?
No.
You should play great
you
songs.
should play great songs.
right from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Life is too short to play bad songs.
Yeah, to play dumb songs.
Exactly.
Songs that have been forced into the repertoire.
We
I
really
wish-
have to become the Smothers Brothers. We have to. We can't decide who's going to be Tommy and who's going to be Dick. Though we go. Back
I'll be
and
the
forth.
dumb one. I'll be the dumb one.
He's
Yeah.
the funny one.
He's so
Right.
funny.
I'm going to stand aside there and trip over. Whose guitar am I going to trip
The
over?
dumb
This
one who's really super smart.
Oh yeah. Go, Joyce Anderson. You sound so great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm lonely now. What am I going to do now? Let's see. All right.
Got a few more songs. How many more?
Oh, and I also, because I'll forget if I don't do it right now, I have postcards filled with love postcards.
Who did the art?
I did the art.
Do that.
I stopped playing in the month of January because I had trouble with my arm, and this burst out of me. I invented a little spirit person that has hearts flying out of their chest and out of their heads, and they play instruments and they're floating around. So
Maybe I can hold it up.
that's okay.
You can see.
Yeah, I think you can kind of see. Yeah, you want to try?
Yeah, let's see if we can.
Let's
do
see.
this.
Here, just shine the
The
light on.
little
I'll
hand.
hold it and you shine the light.
There we go.
There it is. There it is.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now, was there trouble ordering those online, or we fix that?
I hope it's
All right.
fixed. I don't know.
Okay. I don't even. What time is it? How am I doing?
We're barely muddling through here.
Time check.
It's been 59 minutes.
All right.
So we got another
I'm going to keep my eye on the prize and hold on. So, one of my favorite activist singers, I don't think she's a songwriter, is Barbara Dane. Folk music was not liberal enough. I haven't called her in a while. I haven't heard anything, but she's in her 90s now. But I'm behind on her. So she got into the blues and into jazz, and
Didn't you spend Mother's Day with her?
I did spend Mother's. Thank you for reminding me. I did a Women in Black march in Oakland with Barbara Dane, and we laughed like 12-year-old girls because we just dig each other, and we're having so much fun, and we got in trouble because we're not supposed to smile at those things. We were being followed around by a film crew from England that was doing a documentary on her. Amazing voice. Bessie Smith in stereo, they call her. Okay, so this is, I learned. Get this back.
Drink is healthy.
Paul and Silas bound in jail. Nobody for to go their bail. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Paul and Silas began to shout. Jail doors opened and they all walked out. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. The only thing that we did wrong was stay in the wilderness too long. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on.
Arnie says he's been singing that a lot since 2016, so that was for you too, Arnie. Let's say a little bit more about Arnie. I just want to, did I say enough? No, let's just say it again, even. So this new Arnie Alpert Action Fund is to honor his and keep going. He's retiring in June, so they want to raise $100,000. So for this 5-year period, they can adjust to the loss of such an amazing figure who's been leading them for 40 years. So his legacy of action, leadership, education, advocacy, and training, and this fund will sustain the program and fund internships, get young folks, make sure young folks are involved, support special projects, and ease the transition. So you can donate at afsc.org/AAA fund. And yeah, Arnie, I heard Mary Westfall say that Arnie is the one that trained her in civil disobedience. Arnie inspired me. Well, he's the reason I was able to work with the Poor People's Campaign down in North Carolina. I got to go to a training down there and worked on the first year. I did some events in Maine was that 2018? Yeah, I hope I got that right. In May, we stormed the State House and the governor's mansion. Yeah, there weren't enough cops. They were not ready to arrest 20 people, so that took a while. Okay, I'm going to do another one of my songs that's gotten out there a little bit. It's I love the idea of finding common ground with people who don't have the same ideas that I do. A highlight of my career was getting to sing this with the 200 voice choir women, Voices from the Heart, backing me up and singing along. Here at the South Church. That's my first memory of Arnie, was when I did a peace concert at the South Church. And he was taking photographs, and I was waiting, but it seemed like forever. I was the last to go on, and many years. And anyway, that was the beginning of us really recognizing each other, I think. Okay? Yeah. Know any more jokes?
like some key to our survival, a chance to thrive. Feel how brightly we're burning, we're shining, shining all around. Love is a fire uniting us on common ground. Love could be the rule, turns this world around. Love could be the tool, never lets us down. Feel how brightly we're burning, we're shining, shining all around. Love is a fire, love is a fire uniting us on common ground. Common ground is holy ground. Common ground is sacred ground. Common ground is holy ground. Common ground where courage is found. Feel how brightly we're burning, we're shining, shining all around. Love is a fire uniting us on common ground. I see every kind of human, they're preparing, darkness ever looming, they just keep caring. Fear is a prison, there's freedom in daring. No, feel how brightly we're burning, we're shining, shining all around. Love is a fire uniting us on common ground. I see a string of angels falling, wars that never cease. There's a moaning and a calling. What do we do unto the least? Sometimes I just cry and sing Amazing Grace. Feel how brightly we're burning, we're shining, shining all around. Love is a fire uniting us, on common ground, common ground, common ground, common ground.
I also got to sing that with the Mystic Chorale down in Boston, which was another thrill. And it's a bit where we're trying to get a little racial understanding going on. So, oh yeah, we're almost to the end here, I think. How you feeling out there? Are they still there? Mm-hmm. Are they still there? Yeah.
They're sticking with you.
They're sticking with me? All right, cool. I don't want to wear you out, you know. I can thank Arnie for this one, too. I did not know this song. This is a Reverend Gary Davis song. And yeah, I think I might do one more after this. 2 more songs, I think. Yeah? You think I should do that as a closer and do my other one next? Maybe you're right. I'm going to switch the order. Harvey's so smart. He's my manager. All right. This is a song that I co-wrote with one of our founding fathers. I was actually going to read you something because I think it's pretty interesting. Kind of in honor of, I know we're all trying to become better people and be more loving and caring and effective. It's interesting that one of our founding fathers here that I co-wrote this song with just kind of lifts up how we can have such big blind spots. But this same person, there's a quote in a book I got from my boys, and it says, this person also said, "I believe that every human mind feels pleasure in doing good to another." And I think, maybe that's why Arnie has such a great twinkle in his eye. He's learned early on that he wanted to surround himself with other people that were also helping people, and he wanted to help people. And I feel like Arnie has such a childlike joy, and it's just infectious, and his sense of humor and playfulness amidst such serious work is really, really inspiring. So thank you, Arnie, for that inspiration. So this is a song I co-wrote with Thomas Jefferson. Let me read one sentence from you, according to some scholars that say there was not a period after happiness. I'm going to read one sentence from the preamble. And the logic of the sentence, if you stop after happiness, moves from the value of individual rights to the importance of a government as a tool for protecting those rights, according to Professor Daniel Allen. So you lose that connection when the period gets added. So here's the sentences. "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men..." Did I say Constitution? I meant to say Declaration of Independence. "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundations on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness." And that sure seems like what the American Friends Service Committee is doing. Thank you, Maggie and Jenna and Arnie, and thank you, Pastor Dave. Don't let me forget to do the last song, though.
We are born fighting to breathe. We are born lovers of this miracle life, ours to employ. Too much time forgetting and then remembering. The very heart of it is pure and holy. Oh, America, America, we come, escaping persecution. We come as refugees. We came as slaves to those who stole the station from ones who long before us walked here brave and free. In the pursuit of happiness, one and all. The pursuit of happiness, our deepest call. The pursuit of happiness, our gifts employed. The pursuit of happiness, it's a holy joy. It's a holy joy. Oh, Lady Liberty, who are we trying to become? We need the eyes to see. We march, we thrive free. Oh, the pursuit of happiness, our deepest call. The pursuit of happiness, it's a holy joy. It's a holy joy. We can break free from this crippling greed, free from this war on the poor. We can break free from modern weapons we don't need. Break free to ask for a different kind of more love for children and who they become. More love for the old and the wise. More love, food and shelter for everyone. More love and fewer lies. The pursuit of happiness, one and all. The pursuit of happiness, our deepest call. The pursuit of happiness, our gifts employed. The pursuit of happiness, it's a holy joy. It's a holy joy. We came, we come, escaping persecution. We came, we come as refugees. We came as slaves to those who stole this nation from ones who long before us walked here, brave and free. In the pursuit of happiness,
got a lighter back there, Harv? It's my anthem. It's my anthem, people.
All right, send them home and stuff.
All right, one last song,
Lay it on.
and this is what Arnie calls a zipper song. So you guys sing along. I'll just feed you the lines here. There's a bright side somewhere. There's a bright side somewhere. Ain't gonna rest until I find it. There's a bright side somewhere. There's more joy somewhere. That's the next verse. There's more love. There's more peace. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for supporting Arnie's Fun.
Please go online in 3 minutes.
There's a bright side somewhere. There's a bright side somewhere. Ain't gonna rest till I find it. There's a bright side somewhere. There's more joy somewhere. There's more joy somewhere. Ain't gonna rest till I find it. There's more joy somewhere. There's more love somewhere. There's more love somewhere. Ain't gonna rest till I find it. There's more love somewhere. There's more peace somewhere. There's more peace somewhere. Ain't gonna rest till I find it. There's more peace somewhere. Bright side. There's a bright side somewhere. There's a bright side somewhere. Ain't gonna rest till I find it. There's a bright side somewhere. There's more joy somewhere. More joy somewhere. Ain't gonna rest till I find it. There's more joy somewhere. There's more peace somewhere. There's more peace somewhere.
Thank you! Thank you, Interweb! Thank you so much. Just be in touch. Say hi. Somehow I'm easy to reach. Love to hear from you all. Thank you very much.
Joyce sends her, what, you want me to sign end the stream?